Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 19, text number 15 and 16. Vikrine Swashule Bahuda Arina Harehe. Vikrune Swashule Bahuda Harina Harehe. Pratyetya Vistirnam Uraha Vibhutimat. Pratyetya Vistirnam Uro Vibhutimat. Pravruddha Roshaha Saha Katora Mushtina. Pravruddha Rosha Sa Katora Mushtina. Nadan Prahrutya Antardhiyata Asuraha. Nadan Prahrutya Antardhiyata Asuraha. Vikrine Swashule Bahudarina Harehe. Pratyetya Vistirna Muro Vibhutimat. Pravruddha Rosha Sakatora Mushtina. Nadan Prahrutya Antardiya Asuraha. Vikrine Swashule Bahudarina Harehe. Pratyeta Vistirna Muro Vibhutimat. Pravruddha Rosha Sakatora Mushtina. Nadan Prahrutya Antardhiyata Asuraha. Vikrine, when cut, Swashule, his trident, Bahuda, to many pieces, Arina, by the Sudarshan Chakra, Harehe, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Pratyetya, after advancing toward, Vistirnam, broad, Uraha, chest, Vibhutimat, the abode of the goddess of fortune. Pravruddha, having been increased. Roshaha, anger. Saha, Hiranyaksha. Katora, hard. Mushtina, with his fist. Nadan, roaring. Prahrutya, after striking. Antaradhiyata, disappeared. Asuraha, the demon. Translation and purport by Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada. The demon was enraged when his trident was cut to pieces by the discus of the personality of Godhead. He therefore advanced towards the Lord and roaring aloud, struck his hard fist against the Lord's broad chest, which bore the mark of Śrīvatsa. Then he went out of sight. Please repeat the translation. The demon was enraged when his trident was cut to pieces by the discus of the personality of Godhead. He therefore advanced towards the Lord and roaring aloud, struck his hard fist against the Lord's broad chest, which bore the mark of Śrīvatsa. Then he went out of sight. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Śrīvatsa is a curl of white hair on the chest of the Lord, which is a special sign of being the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In Vaikuntha Loka or in the Goloka Vrindavana, the inhabitants are exactly of the same form as the Personality of Godhead. But by the Śrīvatsa mark on the chest of the Lord, he is distinguished from all others. Next verse, I will recite myself. Tene tamahatah kshattar bhagavan adishukaraha nakampata manakvapi sajahata iva dvipaha. Hit in this manner by the demon, O Vidura, the Lord who had appeared as a first boar did not feel the least quacking in any part of his body, any more than elephant would when struck with a wrath of flowers. Purport. As previously explained, the demon was originally a servitor of the Lord in Vaikuntha, but somehow or other he fell as a demon. His fight with the Supreme Lord was meant for his liberation. The Lord enjoyed the striking on his transcendental body, just like a fully grown-up father fighting with his child. Sometimes a father takes pleasure in having a mock fight with his small child, and similarly the Lord felt Hiranyaksha striking on his body to be like flowers offered for worship. In other words, the Lord desired to fight in order to enjoy his transcendental bliss. Therefore, he enjoyed the attack. Doesn't see Bhaktivedanta Purport. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Śrīvāsa Gaura Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So in the events what proceeded further in the fight between Hiranyaksha and Lord Varaha has been elaborated technically. So in the last verse we saw Hiranyaksha threw his trident, and Lord with his Sudarshan Chakra cut that Trishula into various pieces. So when his attempt has been failed, Hiranyaksha became very angry. He wanted to retaliate. So this is what happened. Vikrine Swashule Bahuda Harina Hare. Swashule, his trident, when it was cut, Vikrine, how many pieces it was cut? Bahuda. The many pieces it was cut. And who has cut this? Arina. The chakra, Ari means chakra. Whose chakra it is? Harina. The Sudarshan chakra of Lord Hari. Cut to pieces, many pieces, the Shula of demon Hiranyaksha. Pratyeta Vistirna Muro Vibhutimat. Then what was his response? Pratyetya. He came forward. Vistirnam Uro Vibhutimat. The broad chest of the Lord. Uru Vistirnam. It was a broad chest. Vibhutimat. It was splendid. Because this is the place where goddess of fortune stays. So it was very resplendent, very shining. Pravruddha Rosha Sakator Mustina. Because of Pravruddha Rosha, that inbuilt anger, because his trident has been cut to pieces, he became very angry. That Rosha is building up within him. Pravruddha Rosha Sakatora Mustina. With his hard fist, he punched on the chest of the Lord. Nadan Prahrutya Antardhiyata Asuraha. After punching, what he did? He roared loudly. Nadan. And he vanished, antardhiyata. The demon Asuraha, he vanished from that location after punching the Lord. So that's what he says. The demon was enraged, pravruddra roshaha, when his trident was cut to pieces by the discus of the Lord. Vrikrine svashule bahuda harina harehe. He therefore advanced towards the Lord, pratyetya, and roaring aloud, nadan, struck with his hard fist, prahrutya katora mushtina, against the Lord's broad chest, vistirna muraha, which bore the mark of Śrīvatsa, vibhutimat. Then he went out of sight, antardhiyata asuraha. So Purport Prabhupada was saying, what is Śrīvatsa? In Vaikuntha, everybody looks in the same four-armed form. One of the appearances is they look alike like the Lord. What are the 5 kinds of appearances in Vaikuntha? Sarupya is having the same form. Then Salokya, staying in the same planet of the Lord. Samipya, staying in the proximity of the Lord. Sarshti, having the same appearances like the Lord. And one more is there, which is merging into the body of the Lord, which is not considered as of the 4, but that is also a liberation perspective. Now, staying in the proximity of the Lord and all are having 4-armed form, all look alike, like young boys. Like if you just take this photo and little decoration, will you feel like he is Srinivasa or not? You just little change, because the Dwarapalaka also looks like the Lord. So, how do we identify who is Hari? Is there any confusion in Vaikuntha who is Hari? There is no confusion. Why there is no confusion? There are unique aspects which are present only with the Lord. That makes the Lord the special among all the people, where everybody could identify he is Lord Hari. So one of that was Sudarshan Chakra. Then one more was the Śrīvatsa, a curl of white hair on the chest of the Lord, which represents Lakshmi Devi's presence. Then next verse it says, Teneta mahata kshattar, O kshattaha, O vidura, Tena by Hiranyaksha, Itam in this way, being struck the Lord, Bhagavan Adishukaraha, the Supreme Lord who had accepted the original bore, Adishukaraha, Na kampata manakvapi, Na akampata, he did not, even little shaking did not happen. When an earthquake comes, what happens? How do you say earthquake in Telugu? Bhukampa. Kampa means which shakes. So here it says, Na akampaha. Lord did not even shake an inch in any part of the body. Manakapi, even little inch. Little, nothing. Manakapi. Shajahata iva dvipaha. Like an elephant when struck with a flower garland. Which farak padta hai elephant ko. So in that category. So that's what it says. Hit in this manner by the demon, Tenaitam ahataha, O Vidura Kshatta, the Lord who had appeared as the first bore, Bhagavan Adishukaraha, did not feel the least quacking in any part of his body. Na akampata manakvapi. Any more than elephant would when struck with a wrath of flowers. Shajahata iva dvipaha. And in this purport, Prabhupada was explaining, the Lord desired to fight in order to enjoy his transcendental bliss. Therefore, he enjoyed the attack. One of the primary reasons for this entire episode to happen, Lord said, the Acharyas explained, because Lord wanted to fight, he wanted to have little body flexibility. Because he has been sleeping for a long time, he wanted little exercise for his body. So he created an incident where his own associates would come and he will fight with them. Because there is nobody materially qualified enough to fight with the Lord. Lord can only fight with his equivalent personality. Or else it will be like one elephant fighting with one small ant, which is of no comparison. You don't relish that fight. When people, sama ujja, means people of equal strength when they fight, there is always tension, who will win? Always anxiety will be there. Sometimes somebody will be having the higher hand, sometimes somebody will be having the higher hand. So that to witness that there is one pressure going on everywhere. Or else what happens? It is no interest will be there. So this mood of the Lord to enjoy even the fighting, we see in one more character in Bhishma Deva. The mood in which the devotee is connected with the Lord is the primary aspect. So Bhishma Deva was also related with the Lord in the chivalrous mood. There are 5 primary aspects, rasas with the Lord, and there are 7 secondary aspects. In the 7 secondary aspects, the chivalrous mode, virya rasa is also at the part of it. So once in a while this becomes dominant. These are not eternal rasas. They are only, once in a while they come into prominence. The other 5 rasas are always they are exhibited. Like sometimes Krishna and Balarama, when they were there, they used to do that mock fighting. They used to do plaything. With the boys, they used to go to the forest. When the cows are eating, what is the job for the boys? It is a picnic for them. So they used to get their lunches, they used to eat, they used to play. And what kind of play? Games, every day different games they used to do. Tug of war, or something like kabaddi, or something like police and thief. Like that, various aspects they were playing. The Lord wants to enjoy. So here this fighting is also one of the aspects where Lord wants to enjoy. Now what are these unique elements of Lord Vishnu and what do they relate to us in our understanding? So we see how Lord Vishnu sleeps. Where does he sleep? He is on Yoga Nidra posture and he is sleeping on Adishesha. What does Adishesha have? Unlimited hoods. So what does that signify? These unlimited hoods facing towards the Lord. All are watching the Lord. So one devotee, one Prabhupada disciple had written an article on this perspective. How to understand each element in the creation aspect of the Lord. He says this Adishesha with unlimited heads pointing towards the Lord represents the mind. What is mind? Unlimited thought machine. It keeps generating thoughts. What is it supposed to do? It is supposed to Mana Krishna Padaravindayo. It is always supposed to think of Krishna. So the mind with its unlimited aspects is supposed to focus upon the Lord. So Adishesha represents the mind. So then what is this Yoga Nidra of the Lord? The Yoga Nidra represents the Lord focusing on the reality of his own identity. Sometimes Lord meditates. Lord is known as Yogeshwara. So one of the aspects is when Narada Muni attended one of the houses of the Lord in Dwaraka, he saw Lord sitting up early in the morning and meditating upon himself. He is showing what a living entity has to do. Every day morning he has to wake up early in the morning, get ready, and he has to meditate upon the Lord. He is setting an example. This Yoga Nidra is like Lord trying to meditate upon the reality upon himself. That represents. Next, we see Lord sometimes standing on a lotus flower. That lotus flower has 4 petals. These 4 petals represents the 4 directions and indicates the Lord's absolute power in all the 4 corners of the universe. Then Lord has 4 arms, 4 decorative elements, Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. The conch represents the 5 basic elements. When the conch is blown, it will produce a sound related to the original vibration of the universal creation. Everything started with sound. And the conch represents the sound of the original creation. So one more thing is, if you want to draw your attention, so everybody are getting ready. But how do you know? As soon as the conch blows, everybody starts running towards the temple. Means conch blowing is also an indication where the Lord is calling all the living entities to come and in his vicinity. So this also indicates the calling of the Lord for the living entities to come towards him. This is also one more indication. Then Sudarshan Chakra, which represents the universal mind or awareness, and it is the revolving nature indicates us, which drives away the darkness of this material world with shining brightness. Then the mace, which is known as Kaumodaki, the Gada of the Lord is known as Kaumodaki. It represents the knowledge aspect of the Lord, the complete knowledge, intelligence aspect of the Lord, which captivates the mind of the living entities. When you see something wonderful, if you see a magic trick, are you hooked on to that magic trick? You are trying to analyze how he is able to produce that magic trick. So this Kaumodaki is that the complete intelligence, trying to focus our mind upon the knowledge aspect of the Lord. And it is also associated with the time, which destroys everything. And when it is pictured as a personality, this Kaumodaki, it represents a female with the two hands positioned with respect like the Lord, towards the Lord. And the lotus flower, which is there in the hand of the Lord, which indicates the real purpose of human existence. That is the ever-changing nature of this material world. Bhutva bhutva praliyate. Creates destruction, creates destruction, creates destruction. The Lord's, when you have a flower in your hand, what do? You keep rotating the flower. So the Lord rotates that flower to say this material nature is completely always under rotation. Please come back, and you are not meant to stay in this temporary material existence. This is the indication of the lotus flower of the Lord. Then there is one special garland on the body of the Lord, which is known as Vaijayanti Mala, which indicates this mala is made of 5 rows. We see this is one row, like that 5 different elements of the rows of the Lord, which indicates that Vaijayanti Mala. See, these are all the unique aspects of the Lord, which represents the 5 senses. And the Lord's illusory energy, which can influence these 5 senses. The fragrance represents the subtle element found within the material manifestation. So, finally, to conclude, this Vaijayanti Mala indicates the Lord's mastery over the entire universe, which is primarily rotating around these 5 gross elements and 3 subtle elements. Bhumirapa Vayu, 5 gross elements, Kam Mano Buddhi Revacha. This 8 elements, this is the mastery of the Lord. Then there is Śrīvatsa, a white lock of hair on the Lord's chest, which indicates Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune. Or the objects of sense enjoyment, where every living entity is aspiring in this material world. Everybody wants happiness. Everybody is aspiring to be possessing of all the valuable things. This represents the speciality. Everybody wants that opulences. And there is one special jewel by name Kaustuba. So, Kaustuba represents one who is enjoyer of these products. So, this world of the enjoyer and enjoyed is but a piece of decoration for the Lord, a spark of his energy. According to the light that falls upon that stone, the color of the stone will vary. So, it has multi shades. So this is Kaustubha jewel is one more unique thing which is present on the chest of the Lord. Sometimes the Lord is seen with some other items, additional items, like a bow and an arrow. This is called as Saranga. That's why when Lord is having that bow, he is known as Sarangadhara. This Saranga represents the false ego of the Jiva, which makes thinking him that I am the material body and I am not connected with the Lord. The arrows are the activities of the intellect which can cut this false ego when used properly. Yashishi Radha Govinda Ki. Then there are earrings of the Lord, Kundala, Makara Kundala, which are like a fish shape, which represents the knowledge aspect of the Lord. One is Sankhya philosophy, the other is Yoga philosophy. Sankhya and Yoga are the two knowledge aspects of the Lord. And there are Bhajagi, armlets, they are considered as, which represents the Dharma, Artha, Kama. Then the crown of the Lord, that represents the highest incomprehensible reality. Then Pitambara, the yellow dressing of the Lord. What is the color of the body of the Lord? Lord's bodily color, blackish. So when you put an yellow dhoti on the blackish color, the dhoti will be reflecting the color of the Lord. The black color becomes dominant. This yellow dhoti represents Vedic knowledge. So through this knowledge, you will be able to perceive the form of the Lord within. So through Vedas, you have to understand the Lord. That black color becomes prominent when this cloth is yellowish color. It presents the blackish color body of the Lord. So this signifies us, through this Vedic knowledge, we have to understand the Lord. And on the Lord's body there is Upaveta made of 3 strings, which represents the 3 syllables Om. So in that way, the bodily description of the Lord with various elements has been enumerated as to us in this universal perspective. How every element is there within the body of the Lord. Now what is this Sudarshan Chakra? So the glories of the Sudarshan Chakra were there in the 9th canto, when Ambarish Maharaj was offended by Durvasa Muni. So Durvasa Muni, immediately he was chastised by Sudarshan Chakra. He ran everywhere. For 1 year he was running everywhere to find a shelter. He could not get that shelter. Finally he went to Lord Vishnu and he prayed to Lord Vishnu, please forgive me. Lord Vishnu said, where you have offended, you have to go and beg forgiveness there only. I can't do anything. He said, I am completely under the control of my devotee. I am not independent. I am not Asvatantra, he says. I am not independent. I am completely bound by my devotees. So if you have offended, you have to go and take shelter there only. So when he comes back and falls at the feet of Ambarish Maharaj picks him up and he offers prayers to Sudarshan Chakra, and he glorifies Sudarshan Chakra with his unique qualities. He says, Sudarshana Namastubhyam, O my dear, the discus of the Lord, I offer my respect obeisances unto you. Sahasra Ara Achyuta Priyaha. How is this Sudarshan Chakra? It is having Sahasra Araha, thousands of rims, Sahasra Araha, and you are Achyuta Priyaha, you are very dear to the Lord. Sarva Asra Ghatin Vipraya. So you unto this Brahmana, poor Brahmana, Durvasa Muni, Sarva Asra Ghatim, you are the destroyer of all weapons. So there is nothing which can face Sudarshan Chakra, which can counteract Sudarshan Chakra. This is the highest of all the weapons of the Lord. Swasti Bhuya Idaspate. O master of this material world, Idaspate, Swasti Bhuyaha, please show mercy upon this Brahmana, auspiciousness upon this Brahmana. Then, Tvam Dharmaha, Tvam Rutam Satyam. Tvam Dharmaha, you are the religious principles, Dharmaha. And you are Tvam Rutam, Tvam Satyam. You are the truth and you are the encouraging statements. And you are Tvam Yajnaha, Akila Yajna book. And you are that sacrifice. And you are the enjoyer of the fruits of the sacrifice. Tvam Lokapalaha Sarvatma. And you are the Lokapalaha. You are the maintainer of the entire universe. Tvam Lokapalaha. And you are Sarva Atmaha. You are all pervading. Tvam Tejaha Paurusham Param. You are the transcendental prowess in the hands of the personality of Godhead. Tvam Tejaha Paurusham Param. Next, further he says, Namah Sunabha Akila Dharma Setave Hi Adharma Shilashura Dhuma Ketave Trailokya Gopaya Vishuddha Varchase Mano Javaya Adbhuta Karmane Grine. He says, O Sudarshana, you are known as Sunabha. You are very auspicious one. And therefore you are Akila Dharma Setava. You are the upholder of all religious principles. Setave means one Setu, bridge. So Akila Dharma Setave, you are the upholder. And you are Adharma Shila Asura Dhuma Ketave. For the inauspicious demons, for the irreligious demons, you are an inauspicious symbol. When we go out, generally when we do any activity, we see Shekuna. Good Shekuna or Apashekuna. So he is saying you are Ketave means Apashekuna. For Rakshasas you are Apashekuna. When Sudarshan Chakra is seen by the demon means the death is there seen by him. Then you are Trailokya Gopaya. You are the maintainer of the three worlds. And you are Vishuddha Varchase. You are full of transcendental effulgence. And Manas Javaya. You are as quick as the mind. And Adbhuta Karmane. You perform wonderful activities. Therefore, Agrine Namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. So these are the unique aspects of Sudarshan Chakra. Very rare. So this element of the Lord as a protector, we always see that the Lord is here because the demigods, led by Brahma, they had prayed to the Lord to protect them from this demon. The Lord immediately appeared there because of their sincere endeavor and efforts and prayers, because they are His devotees. So there was one incident in book distribution in the western part of the world. Some devotees, they were doing book distribution in the European countries. So a devotee by name Pandava Saka Prabhu, who had experienced this, he was mentioning. So every day devotees used to go out in Harinama and do book distribution there. So they go to various places, they do Sankirtan for half an hour. Then they'll explain about the aspects to the on listeners. And some people who are carrying books with them will try to persuade them to purchase some of the books. So there were the opposite religious people who are not interested with this endeavor, because we are trying to reach to people with other communities. So always there used to be insults, scoldings. They used to pour water, they used to drive them away. Sometimes they used to leave dogs upon the devotees. So sometimes they used to do police complaint that these people are doing nuisance in these areas. And sometimes they even hired thugs to beat up devotees. So these people, they are dressed in black shirts with swastika symbol, and they were having the masks with skin head, something like that. So they came in front of the devotees, and in their hands there were like chains, sticks, there were, what is that, baseball bats, everything they were holding. So devotees not knowing what to do, they were frozen, because suddenly a group came to attack you, what will you do? So most of the people, out of shock, they could not respond. So one devotee, thinking intelligently, he thought, let me do one thing, instead of being beaten everybody, I will divert them, and I am little faster, I will try to escape and run away from them. Then he started giving back, he started scolding them, he started giving them in a counteractive perspective. He went up to one person, come, like that, he gave a small punch, and next moment he ran away. And everybody now became infuriated. Aray, he chota pacha, he is trying to hit us back, and they started following him. These devotees were safe. Now they were running. It was like that Ram Gopal Varma movie where all small gullies they were running. Everywhere he is taking them, run around the entire city. So running. Finally, they made him trap in a dead end. Now when he saw that dead end, when he was thinking, now I am done. They are all safe, but I am gone. Now they are going to, because so much running he made them. Now they will accept all their anger upon me. Now not knowing what to do anything, he suddenly sat down, closed his eyes, and started chanting Namaste Narasimha. And they were running at such a speed that in next 1.5 minutes they are going to come and hit him. So he closed his eyes and completely he was just chanting, and he was thinking, if I open my eyes, I am alive. That is the most auspicious thing of my life, he thought. After finishing Aarti also nothing, nobody came and bet him. He finished that song. And slowly when he opened the eyes, he saw nobody was present there. Slowly he recovered. He went back to the temple. Everybody were happy, everybody were safe. So they saw him safe, he saw them safe. And everybody forgot the incident. After 2 years, one person came to the temple, and he identified this devotee. And he went and met the devotee after Aarti, and he had asked him, how are you? So the devotee was thinking, who is this person asking me? Then he said, have we met earlier? Have you not remembered 2 years back, one group has attacked you? You were in one LA, and you were about to be beaten up. Now, I remember till that part. Later when I closed my eyes, I didn't know what happened. He said, we had captured you, we thought we are going to finish you off. And suddenly, a huge monster came out of somewhere with like that panja, with fierce nails and everything. And it was showing us, come here, I will show you what is what. Then immediately we thought, let us save ourselves first before doing something to him. And we all ran away from there. And after experiencing this change, by your interaction, that your sincerity, how Lord protected you. So that impact had upon my consciousness. So I started attending the temple regularly. I became a devotee. That's why now I am able to see you, and I was looking for you for long days. Today I was able to meet you, and I wanted to share this feedback with you. And later he was given the task of converting all the other thugs also. He made them devotees also. Slowly everybody became devotees of the Lord. See, to say how Lord protects his devotees. He is ready for his protection. Only thing is, am I sincere enough? So here what happens further, we will see in the details how this fight proceeded further between Hiranyaksha and Lord Varaha. So we'll stop here. Any questions about it? So it is said that Neela Megha Shyama, it is bluish blackish color. When a cloud, when it is about to rain, that is a dark bluish blackish color. That is the bodily color of the Lord. Sometimes see paintings, they are all done by people like you and me. So sometimes they go that extra mile, little change in the color or something like that. Or sometimes it is also said that Lord accepts whitish color. He accepts golden color, like Balarama. he is as white as a pearl. So different colors also existed. Like Radharani color. It is said there is one Imli Tala is a place in Vrindavan when you go there. So Krishna, when he used to come and wait for Radharani, thinking of Radharani, he used to become golden in color. And Radharani, when she used to come and think for Krishna, she used to become blackish in color. If you see on the wall murals, there will be this thing. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there, thinking as a gopi, he was thinking of Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was golden color, he became blackish color. So like that, that is the aspect of the Lord. So various elements are there. Something unique for the Lord in different incarnations. Now if you see Shukara, what is his color? Red color is there. White color is also there. That's why we say Svetavaraha Kalpe. The first incarnation which came was Svetavaraha in the Swayambhu Manu. That's what we chant now. Svetavaraha Kalpe Vaivashvata Manvantare. Like that. There is red color also, there is white color also. Different circumstances, different colors he accepts. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki.